Hi everyone, today I am here with my husband,
Craig Buehler.
And I am Samantha Buehler, residential real estate agent. We're both agents in the Central Ohio market. We just closed last week on our very first flip. So we want to give you guys some information on how it really went down. We don't want some theatrical explanation. We just want to give you the facts. Alright, here's the kitchen. That ugly black and white floor is gone. There's a little bit of wood rot here that's gonna need fixed from where the cabinets were. Everything's out of here.
How's it going, everyone? We've made some progress here and we want to take you through it real quickly just to kind of check up on us.
Yep, let's check it out. It's looking really good.
It's making progress.
Excited.
We had a big team in here doing the finishing for the walls. So this is getting close, ready for paint here probably in a week or so, but the finishers made a lot of progress. I think this is going to be the selling factor, other than the kitchen, but right here. Beautiful brick wall. I know we showed it to you before, but lots of history here. You can see kind of some of the cracks, and I like that. I think it's got an artistic feel to it. How it actually started out was we knew to build wealth, we wanted to buy rentals, and we really wanted to have tenants, create that long-term cash flow. To really set it up for generations, for kids, for whoever it may be, just to give us freedom from our cash flow. So what it ended up happening was we actually bought a duplex very close to the property we actually flipped. While in the process of buying this, the agent that we were working with was actually very, very helpful. She actually had another property for sale in the area. And kind of after doing our research, we really believe in this area and kind of all the developments that the city has going for it. So we said, absolutely, we'll go take a look at it. And right then we were just looking to build our rental portfolio. We actually went ahead and bought it with the intent of having it be a rental.
Yeah.
So it was an unbelievable deal. Basically just $46,000. It took a substantial amount of work, but we actually ended up selling it for $176,000. So lots of room there, but it did take some work.
We tried to do the work initially, and we don't have the time for that or the skill set. So we did find a contractor.
That's something that Sam and I really pride ourselves on, and kind of think we have an ability to pick out the stuff that people are actually going to like. And just from going through so many houses as realtors, we've seen what's trendy, what's not, what people like right now, what people don't like right now. So that was kind of something we were always a part of. And a lot of times we would put things out there and we'd say, we want these floor, they're a great deal, they're on sale right now. And then the contractor would come back and say, well, you can't do this type of floor in this type of property because the floors may be a little off level or kind of whatever the reason may be. And also same thing for paints and many different things. So absolutely, we had a big part of the design, and we just had to run it across him, and a lot of times he shut it down, and we just Had to keep
like,
looking.
all right, what can we do then?
Give us some options.
Yeah, he was definitely really good about giving us advice with not pushing us towards anything, but just saying, you know, these are your options. You can put a little more money here and save a little here. So I think we definitely we were hands-on with it, but at the same time, we really wanted to get his recommendations, being newbies in this and not really knowing what's best. So that's kind of how we manage the projects. One at a time, individualized, each room, each, you know, whatever it is, the roof, the front porch, whatever it was we're working on, we paid in like chunks as each project got finished. So from there, I think people probably want to know about expenses and how much, you know, different things cost us. This wall has been taken out. So this is that bedroom. And then this closet, we're actually going to rework this room, take that out and make this bigger, and see there's more brick behind there. So we're gonna have exposed brick in this like office bedroom. And then just like a small half bath there.
In here.
We got doors, new doors. And we got a bedroom.
We made it. But we showed a little bit of this before, but all the walls are all done. This is going to be a closet here, so we can call it a bedroom. Right here, I mean, I would sleep in a bedroom with a nice exposed brick section of it.
Yeah, I don't know if we showed the floors yet or not, but they're pretty dusty right now, but they're wood floors.
Least expensive, definitely adding, removing walls, that type of thing. When you first say it, it kind of sounds really expensive. I'm going to change this house's whole floor plan, the whole reason or the whole way that it was actually designed in the first place. It kind of sounds like a lot. And then when we did start moving it, the contractor said, okay, there's some wires here that have to be moved, maybe a pipe here that has to be moved, and all that still sounds
yeah, I mean, depending
really
what's in the walls. For us, there wasn't much in the walls that we had to move, so it was worth it, and it was really inexpensive.
Absolutely. And even when you hear that a pipe has to be moved a couple feet over, you're like, oh no, this is so expensive. But then he's like, no, it's
not that bad.
That big of a deal. I just move it over there and a little bit more from there. But the idea for it was we had to move one of the walls, so one of the rooms was a little bit bigger. And then by making the room a little bit bigger, we're actually able to call that room a bedroom. So the small amount of money that we spent for taking down the wall, putting it up a little bit further over, definitely paid for itself by us being able to call it a 3-bedroom.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
We ended up having to do a pretty nice hardwood, and because there were some slopes in the floor where our contractor kind of had a couple of different ideas and abilities on how to use hardwood in places that dip down a little bit further. And
it's an old house, so you know, floors aren't level, but we wanted it to have level floors. That
was the biggest unexpected cost.
Right. If we're talking about unexpected costs, I don't think at the time we realized that we'd probably have to replace the entire roof of the house. We thought maybe it was okay and we could patch it if there was a leak, but it just got to the point where it's been patched a couple times and we really just didn't want to put something on the market that needed a roof in a year or 2 years, so we kind of just bit the bullet on that one and said, let's just put a new roof on this thing. And in the end, would you say you feel good about that and that was worth it?
It was definitely worth it, and we actually came across the one part where part of the roof did start leaking. So if you're going to do all these nice finishes inside of a place, the last thing you want is for the potential of your roof to leak in on it, ruin the floors, ruin the new ceiling, the paint you just did, stuff like that. So new roof, well worth it.
We will check back in with you once we have paint on and
paint, appliances. We're going to paint the front porch, interior paint. Hopefully we can find a deal with the appliances and actually keep this under budget. We're getting really, really close to our budget. Still looks to be very profitable, but we want to keep our budget there. But we're starting to get up there a little bit. So
we're getting there.
Let's see if we can keep it.
Later, Gator. What our biggest mistake was, and if we looked back, something that we might have seen quicker and kind of acted quicker, what biggest mistake? Alright. We're gonna go to the kitchen because we got cabinets.
Cabinets.
Oh yeah! We're missing a few pieces still. We had some trouble getting all the pieces in, but we got our cabinets in, center island, and the granite, which is covered up right now, being protected, but we got the granite in. And it's gonna look really good once it's all cleaned up and everything. And behind Craig is actually, we had talked about putting like a laundry room, and that wall has been completed with a door. So there'll be a stackable washer and dryer in here, and then it has a door to actually close it.
And so we've had some issues with these cabinets. I won't say the company, but they sent us about 3 wrong pieces. Went in there, got some other pieces. They were the wrong pieces. They gave us one that needed to be refunded, and they forgot a couple pieces in another time. So we're working on a little bit of issue there. Still deciding if we're going to do some type of backsplash here.
Probably like a subway tile, white subway tile.
I'm thinking we should. I think it'll be worthwhile to do it.
Yeah, the fridge will be here, stove, microwave, sink is right here, and dishwasher right here.
So basically we're thinking this wall here, this huge beautiful kitchen, granite countertops, is what's going to sell the home quick. I've been in a lot of houses in this area, and I have not seen a kitchen as big as this.
I mean, it's not that big a deal, but I didn't realize the timing it would take to order certain things. For example, windows. It takes a really long time to order windows, and what happened with us is they shipped us the windows. This was one of the last things we were finishing up. Paint was done, floors were in, cabinets were hung, everything was done, and we needed some new windows to get it up on the market because we need to sell it. And the windows came in and they were the wrong size. So next time, I would say order the windows ASAP, along with anything else that takes a while to get in. So that's going to include kitchen cabinets, because we had an issue with that as well. They sent a wrong piece. It wasn't the right size. We had to send it back.
We won't say what company, but it was, a huge hassle.
Yeah. So I would say knowing what takes the longest to come in on time, whether it's floors, windows, cabinets, stuff like that, your big ticket items, get your measurements in, go figure that stuff out, and order it right away. Because timing was a big thing for us. We were fixing this this house was getting done during the summer months. Really, we started late spring and it was working through the summer. We wanted to get it on the market, you know, before the winter season set in, and we kind of lagged on that because of the windows. Do you agree, or do you have something else that was a mistake?
Definitely the timeline. Definitely timeline's a big thing that you need to keep an eye on and make sure that it's staying on that timeline, whether it's cabinets, glass coming in, whatever it may be, carpet coming in, when he comes to measure, sometimes that takes some time. So that's definitely the biggest issue that we came across. And we actually, since the cabinets pushed back the entire project, then it got pushed into a family vacation that our contractor had. Obviously, he's not going to cancel his vacation, so it just kind of, when one thing lags or one thing's not on time, it's going to really push your whole project back, and that could really affect other things, especially if they have to happen in that certain order.
Yeah, I don't think we really knew the order of things going into it. We had like a general idea, but now that we know the order, it will be a lot smoother, for sure. Okay, so biggest mistake, let's talk about, what do you think the most added value, what did we do to the house that added the most value? It's a hallway, you guys. Isn't that crazy?
Hallway.
We have a hallway with doors.
So this right here was all open. This was all open as well. We'll kind of take you in there. This is what's going to make it a 3-bedroom. So what this is going to do is I'm not saying someone that needs 3 bedrooms is going to buy it, but what it's going to do is make us more comparable to these comps around here. Should give us a better appraisal. At least that's what we're hoping for.
Yep. And the bathroom is getting close to being done. We gotta buy a vanity, but we have a whole new tub surround. We're moving the toilet to this wall, and then the vanity's gonna be over here, and the tub is all done and new.
This whole room was offset, so this right here wasn't a 90-degree angle. This whole wall was angling the wrong way. And we had to redo that wall as well. If we would have left it, this would have been angled right here, and it would have been a pretty goofy looking bathroom. So it was an expensive change, but it had to be done. And on to the final bedroom. Got the trim being put on. This is the cutting area in here. We saved the carpet till last. That's going to help the painters. That's going to help the people doing the trim. That just helps people not having to worry about a mess so much. This closet there.
And some extra storage.
Sam's favorite part?
The walk-in closet.
I like that voice.
We gotta add some shelving and stuff in here, but it's gonna be a nice big area for storage.
This is a big closet. Almost a bedroom, but too hard to get a closet in here and a window to really...
Anything you want, but I prefer a closet.
Absolutely. Keep the shoes in. Let's see this.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, okay. All right, and that is it so far.
The outside, we'll show you the outside.
Yeah, let's take you out there. We got new siding, new roof.
Yes.
Good things.
Yep.
Would you live here?
Not yet, but let's finish it up.
Let's finish her up. Well, we could say there's expensive things like the floors that definitely made it sellable, but by far the easiest thing that added the most value was there was a loft upstairs, and the loft, it had one half wall just like a normal loft, and then there was nothing on the other side. So what we did was built a full wall and made, once you walk upstairs, it a hallway, so not an overlooking loft, and then finished the other wall right by the stairs to make that a wall as well. So then that added another bedroom. So now we're talking a house that went from really one, even though they sold it as two, but went from really one bedroom to 3 bedrooms now. Yeah. With the same exact space, nothing being added on from the outside.
Yeah, it was really wasted space how the floor plan was.
Definitely the favorite experience was working with you on everything. Obviously we came across some different opinions at some point, but just like any decision in a relationship, one person's going to be kind of way on one side and one's going to kind of be way on the other. So you really have to work to find the in-between. And the reason it's a little bit different than a relationship is because we're not trying to make each other happy, we're trying to make the potential buyer happy. So the hardest part is to always keep in mind that it's not your home, it's not what you like, it's not the custom thing finish that you want in a home, but it's what the buyer is going to buy. But going further on that, the funniest thing was when there were still holes in the front room.
Gosh, no.
And she stepped into the room and didn't see one of the holes, and she just fell halfway down.
I almost fell all the way into the basement.
Legs, everything kind of in there. It's funny now because you didn't get hurt.
It was funny. I was
distracted. It could have been pretty bad.
Anyways, I guess for me, my favorite thing about the whole experience, just kind of overall, was stepping out of my comfort zone. It was definitely a big risk for me. I know he had analyzed the numbers and knew what he was doing and financially felt good about it, but for me it was a lot of unknown. So I know there was some anxiety with it, but looking back on it, I'm like, why was I even worried? Because you just gotta have faith. So I definitely learned to step out of my comfort zone, and it helped me really just learn to go with the flow a little bit better and just relax, because you know what will be. So
it is a stressful thing. I mean, we've worked so hard for the money to be able to put into it, and you can really easily lose if you don't analyze right, or something with fixing it up goes wrong. It definitely can be stressful, but once you trust in your abilities and trust in how you analyze the number, things should just be smooth sailing from there.
Yep. And there's nothing that you can't fix. That was another thing I learned. Like, you know, I've seen a lot of houses, and I've seen different potential things that need fixed in houses, and I kind of have a feel for what things cost, but I didn't know like what it cost to move a wall, or if the pipe broke, or we needed to level the front porch, so we had to pull the front porch up. You know, everything can be fixed. It's just a matter of how much, and it's not like some insane amount that's not doable. I mean, at least I felt like in my head I was thinking the numbers were going to be way more than they really were. So that was another thing I definitely learned. And yeah, it's just so awesome seeing a house that looked so sad and just felt so cold, and it needed some attention to it. And then looking back on it, we're at the closing table and just seeing this young couple who's buying this house, and they get to start their life in this house that we made beautiful again. It's just really awesome. So
we definitely put our heart and soul into it. We tried really hard to make it look amazing. Was still making sense to us. We have a couple other ones coming up, so we'll keep you posted. Hopefully this time it goes a little bit smoother now that we have a strategy, and we kind of know what we're doing a little bit. But the main thing is we're gonna post stuff and videos that's gonna show the true things that are happening.
Real deal. All right, well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know down in the comment box, because we'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.
Stay tuned.
Bye.